You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
No. Yes, I guess.
I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room.
Room. I don't know what that means. Blow my cover. Someone takes me to the. Blow my cover.
Why is suicide there? Who do you think that appeals to? If
If the other one's
Sayori
gone, right?
popped in.
Yeah, because I went to see graveyard. Uh, cage.
Wait, who are you choosing this time? Are you
Oh,
still
Yuri.
going with
I'm
Yuri?
going full Yuri.
Okay. Full Yuri. Full Yuri playthrough.
Broken. Defeat. Yo, this is much easier. Existence. Variance. Ambient. Unending. Infinite. Disoriented. Massacre. Misery. Covet. Sad. Oh, what? Why? That was almost perfect.
Oh, Yuri's
Landscape.
covering up.
Depression, determination, pleasure, excitement. Frightening. That was easy.
Hey, mostly Yuri. Hi again, Dingus.
How'd I get here? I was
Glad
just
you
at home.
you didn't run away on us.
I tried. Believe me, I tried. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club somehow. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh. My heart sank. Not gonna lie. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bingus. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh. Look at God.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Boy, hang on, I can't read that.
Pardon me.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Their manga
Do you hear
collection.
the music?
Oh shit!
What?
The room's tilted.
Oh, it is. Oh, dude. It makes me feel sick. Oh, God.
Right? Like, I didn't think it would.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Look at her fucking eyes.
What eyes?
Swiftly
being
defeated. Well, no. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Racist to me? Never.
I'm sorry, Bingus. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yeah, thank you. Me first, always. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, I think it's zoomed in. Perhaps you might have to have...
Wait, is it still tilting?
Hold on. It is still tilting. Listen to the music.
Oh, the music.
Perhaps you might have
Is it zooming in?
Oh, yeah,
it's zooming in.
Oh, maybe that's it. I'm actually like freaking out. Who's behind me? Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
You said that, and then it felt like there was someone behind me.
Right. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. It's still zooming in. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, and then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club.
Back up.
So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book for you if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it on your own space. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case, since everyone's gone now. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh boy. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. Catch a glimpse of her cover out over the book. Yeah, it looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Ah,
she's never read it before.
Crap.
Oh yeah, she's not touching the top now.
Yeah, it was definitely zoomed in. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second.
I noticed you noticing.
That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it.
Whoa.
What? What?
You didn't see her fucking eye?
No. I'm looking at the text. I'm reading this entire time. What happened to her eye?
Like, her eye was slowly drifting off her face.
Oh shit.
Wait, is it still doing it?
No, I don't think so. Not for any particular reason. Just curious.
Corner of the red is touching. It is. Wait, no, it's not. Fuck.
How curious. How come you have two copies of the same book?
Spaced further apart?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I like the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about the religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. What?
This is a different book.
No, it's the same one.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same one. She brought it up earlier. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Although I don't remember this description. But the facility gets even worse when they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and No, yeah, this is different. This is not what she said the first. It's the same book, but she's talking about obviously more
different parts.
Yeah, limbs affixing them to. Oh, might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, but the dark turn came. I mean, does the Portrait of Markov sound like it'd be a nice story? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, but so dark, but turn came out of nowhere. Whatever. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Bingus? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. It's just this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Just speak smaller.
At least her eyes were in place.
I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. Kind of forget and
Can
pay
you
attention to the people.
can you see that? Yeah.
When things fill my thoughts, it doesn't say it. My whole
Oh
body.
damn.
We'll,
I
we'll,
kind of
we'll, we'll check it. We'll check it out in post. Kind of pay attention
You
to
should
the
also
people.
take a look at that eye.
I will, yeah. So I'm sorry if I end up
You
saying something strange.
you
And please
will.
stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're very passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right?
Whoa.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put in the bag. Whatever. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'm glitching out just like they are. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not really looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just bathing in the... Oh. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Obviously, it's not going to tell you.
Yeah.
I do?
I think it's like in your attention, like bathing in your attention,
Well, let me take a sip of
or
my
your
coffee
presence,
before
maybe.
this.
I don't know. You should really read whatever it says in post.
I will. I don't really
Hell,
mean
send me
to.
screenshots.
I will. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, ahaha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, we're back here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Thanks for describing that. The way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it. That way, I turn the page and but in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Ugh. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't want to look at her face. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue to the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning... Weapon?
And then read the next chapter screaming.
Right. Even so,
Yeah.
turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb
That was,
gently letting go of the page.
That was more Game Grumps.
Oh, okay. Letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
What?
No. I don't
What?
relate to this character
Her
at all.
face?
Yeah, Yeah. Did she make that face before?
No.
Definitely not.
She was flustered and was like, "Really? You do? Like, I don't see it."
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things, the way she says and all that. Things she says and all that. Aha. She's looking at me now. And that way, and that you were talking about. Fuck. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Aha! Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself.
Yuri's just reading.
Yeah. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Bingus?
Bingus?
Yes? Oh, that's you.
Did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So, you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do.
So you don't know anything? And
Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I'll delete her just like her. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing. Like what you did too. Redacted.
Yeah, it's a good one. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Duh.
Does this sometimes?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a little while, so I figured we'd get started without her. She's just getting water. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. So, Yuri's not even an option, okay. Well, Natsuki first, then. Oh, I guess Monica. Fuck it. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Wait.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Hi, Bingus. It's been a while since I last seen you.
Oh, hi, Bingus. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Bingus. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
What?
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Oh, it's because they're all sharing, okay. Yeah, that's true. And Monica my poem.
Great job, Bingus.
She says as she crumples it up.
I was going, ooh, inside my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
That's good to know. I only selected words at random.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Way to just say that, champ.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. My expectations are on the floor. You know what? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Where'd she go?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though.
I think you do.
But sometimes I get the... I'm not racist, but...
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Sometimes I get the impression, right? You know for sure some racist shit is about to happen. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her like with a lot of kindness.
That's yeah.
I don't think she is used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
Starred? What? Are you friends?
Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Where's your poem? Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Yeah. Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall.
Hole in wall.
Was this like the
What
other...
is wrong with the bar?
Oh shit, right? Yeah. I didn't even notice that. What is this? What's this an image of?
I think it's the other side. Like the desk.
I
Whoa.
skipped it. That was my fault.
So what do you think? History?
No, it's not gonna be here.
Fuck.
I see.
Oh shit.
It's not gonna be here, but I skipped it on accident. That's my bad.
Can you load the game and skip to here?
We can. Do I want to?
You might.
Will it
I
let
mean,
us?
you might want to cut this part out.
Let's
Yeah.
save it. I mean, I don't mind. Okay,
Just
we'll save it. Load this part. Oh, this part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Will it even let us? Okay, skip. Okay, yeah.
What?
It's doing everything. That's everything that's been happening.
Do you have to hold it, or does it
It's
automatically?
doing it. What the? Oh, it skipped way too far.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. Oh no, wait.
No.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's the next
Okay,
day.
You're right.
You
Oh,
still have
I
to wait
had a heart
for. You
attack.
still have to wait for choosing Monica when Yuri's
Oh,
gone.
I have to do this again. It's fine.
Oh yeah. But at least you get a second chance at.
Right. Desire, depression, pleasure, melancholy, extreme, uncontrollable, entropy, no,
Might it?
crimson, infinite,
It might be Crimson.
anxiety, unrestrained, misery, imagination.
Fluffy. Hey, look, Destiny.
Vitality, absolutely not. Doki Doki, defeat. Dream, despise. Analysis.
Vivacious.
Vivacious. Misfortune. Fickle.
I call her Lady Fortune.
Agonizing. Yes,